guys, we'll get started in just a minute or two. Make sure everybody gets in the room for those that are going to practice live. As you're setting up, feel free to grab any yoga block. I'm practicing outside. It's funny, so I have my glasses on. I also have a blanket to pad my knees. I would like to have that as an option for tabletop and any low lunges that we might do. I like that support and cushion for my knees. I am obviously not Mary. I'm subbing in today for her 9 a.m. class. And so today's class is going to focus pretty much on some strong holds and postures, building up some strength and heat with flows, and just kind of awakening and strengthening the body as we go through our practice and then settle in to our meditation in class. So to start, let's find a seat to begin today. Feeling free to sit cross-legged. I'm gonna sit on my blanket, so feel free to cushion. If you've got yoga blocks, that's also a great option. It helps the knees drop down, giving you a little bit more space in your hips. So as we go through practice, you want to start feeling joint stacked, stability through the torso and the core, feeling that core wrapping all the way around the body. We're not just focused on engaging our abs, but we're engaging the core as it encompasses our whole body. As we settle onto our mats, you can close your eyes, you can have a downcast gaze, just finding a place that is comfortable to sit and settle into practice. As we move through our class today, perhaps you choose to set an intention to guide your practice. Maybe that intention focuses on finding strength and willpower, cultivating that throughout your mind to carry through your whole day. Maybe you go with a sense of purpose, being mindful through each movement and posture. Or maybe you choose to focus on taking breath with movement as you move through class. That intention can guide you and call you back to practice when your mind wanders. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, go ahead and exhale everything out. Inhaling for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. 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 Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Allowing your breath to find its pace to guide your practice. Feeling free to let it go longer or shorter than mine. Settling into that breath pattern. Maybe you take that breath in and out of the nose. Just checking to make sure nobody was left outside of the class. Remembering that breath instigates movement and allows for balance. Beginning to sync our breath with movement as we inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, twists to your right. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right fingertips settle behind the back. Inhale, brings you center. Exhale, twists to your second side. Inhale, center, taking breath with movement, one for each shift. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling the core initiating the movement, powering through the midline as you twist and warm up through the spine. Finding one more round. We're not going for depth of twist here. We're going for mobility. Inhale brings you center. Exhale, hands pause at heart center. And as you're ready, we'll roll over the knees if they're happy and healthy, or swing the legs around as you make your way to tabletop. Like I said, I like to have a cushion under my knees, so feel free to do so as well. As you set up here, knees stacking under hips, hands under shoulders, belly button pulling to the spine, engaging through the core to support and create length through the low back. Tailbone reaches behind, crown of the head reaches forward. Inhale, drops the belly, looking up for cow. Exhale, rounds the spine to cat pose. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Passing through about 4 more rounds of this cat-cow. Feeling the spine move. Noticing how the core engages and releases. And feeling a little bit more space through the shoulders. As you finish your last round, we'll pause in a neutral spine in tabletop. And we're going to take some big hip circles, bringing the body forward over the wrist, pressing back to the hips, to the heels, over and around. Taking about 2 or 3 in one direction. And then switching to your second side. Being mindful of your wrists here, not pushing so far forward that you feel any pinching or crunching in the tops of your hands. Making sure you go ahead and reverse if you haven't already done so. When you've completed your round, you can return to table. Maybe you flip the palms. You can shift the hips back a little. Bring the fingers toward the knees. And stretch out the tops of the hands. I've been doing a lot of yoga during all of this stay-at-home time. And I found that my wrists start to feel pretty tight from all the chaturangas, down dogs, and everything. So stretching out where you contract is important. You can sink your hips down and back. You can even do a slight bounce through the knees. Go ahead and sit your hips back to your heels and circle out your wrists. Noticing how that sensation feels. Remembering that stretch anytime you start to feel a lot of tightness on the top of the wrist from all the flexion that's pressing into our hands. Obviously, when we set up our hand, we really want to put weight through the whole hand, fingers included. But sometimes we accidentally shift our weight back, and that puts a little bit of pressure there on the wrist. Returning to your tabletop, we'll stretch the left toes behind, pressing into the ball of the foot. Intensity of this stretch is up to you, warming up through the calves, stretching through the toes. Taking a couple bounces here if you'd like. If we stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg lift. Right fingertips reach forward. Inhale, create plank. Exhale, round the elbows to knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. And extend. For 3, 2, and 1. Reaching long, settling the limbs to the mat, wiggling it out, cat-cow in between as we shift to our second side. Right toes press behind. Option to really use the hands as leverage here to intensify depth of stretch. And maybe you shift into that bounce. Finding whichever works best for you. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right toes reach, left hand push forward. Finding our crunches here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Settling the limbs to the mat, wiggling it out, always feeling free to grab a sip of water anytime you need. If your toes are untouched or touched, go ahead and untuck them. Inhale, reaches your left hand high. Exhale, threads and hovers that arm, bending slightly through that right elbow. Inhale, reaches. Exhale, threads and hovers. For 3, 2, and 1. This time, as we thread and hover, you can settle and stretch the shoulders. Threaded needle. I like to keep my top hand on the mat, but feel free to find whatever variation feels good for you. Your next inhale unwinds, hand reaches high. Exhale, settles down, switching it out on your inhale. Right hand threads on the exhale. And extend. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we settle, finding that shoulder stretch on our second side. Feeling the right ear on the mat. Feeling a little space between the shoulder and the ear as well. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, settle. You can wiggle it out as you need. Then making your way to your down dog. Pedaling it out, walking it out. Dragging it out, whatever you need here to feel space and length through the legs. Tuning into the hands, actively pressing down. Feeling that L shape with the finger and the thumb. Shoulders reaching away from the ears. Hips press high. Belly button pulls in, activating through the core. Finding stability and strength in your down dog. And then pausing to notice where you can release in your back in this posture. Down dog can be a resting posture as you move through your practice. Arriving in stillness of your down dog and holding and pausing to notice for 4 rounds of breath. Feeling strong and stable. Your next inhale curls you up and out to high plank. And the exhale presses the hips up and back. For 3, 2, and 1. This time hovering and holding, pausing in your high plank. Feeling free to lower knees to the mat or find forearms. Feeling strong and stable. Powerful in your plank. As we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering slowly to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands are under the shoulders, pressing up to baby cobra. Elbows reaching behind you. Gazes forward and down. Feeling the strength coming from the middle and upper back here. Resisting the urge to sink and drop into the low back. Exhale, releases. Hands press into the mat, tapping the toes. Pressing up to down dog. Feeling free to pass your child's pose on your way. Inhale, reaches your left toe high. Bending at the knee as the hips open. Feeling free to take those big knee circles or just circles with the ankle. You could also straighten that top leg if you're going to reach the wall behind you. Getting a slightly different stretch. If you're circling, go ahead and reverse that circle. Then we'll all return to 3-legged dog. Inhale, pulls the left knee toward the left elbow. Exhale, presses back. Inhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, rounds, knee to nose, cover and fold. Then stepping the left toes between your hands. Shimmy shaking if you need. Coming to your runner's lunge here. Fingers might be light on the mat or hovering. In your next inhale, rise the breath up. Crescent lunge. Hands pause in heart center as you feel strong and stable through your feet. Back toes are tucked. Front knee is stacking over front ankle. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, twists to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, opens to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Finding a variation of that seated moving twist that we took at the beginning of class. Finding one more round. Returning to center. Left hand comes to the left hip. We reach up and over, stretching through the psoas and quad of the right leg. Inhale, bring to center. Exhale, frames the left foot, kicking it up to three-legged dog. Choosing to pause, settle in down dog, or take a regular flow or a one-legged flow. Meeting in down dog for 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, reaching your right toes high. Bending through the knee, hip open. Taking whatever variations you took on your first side, knee circles, ankle circles, pausing, extending the top leg. And squaring everything back off to three-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to nose. Hover and hold. Then step it through. Setting up for your lunge on your second side here. Hands maybe hover or graze the ground. Feeling stable with that ankle and knee stacked. Then riding the breath up to crescent lunge. Feeling shoulders and hips stacking. Working to square to that short edge of the mat. Lengthen the low spine, so maybe you bend your back knee a little so that you can tuck the tail and then stretch back out. Hands come to heart center. Feeling strong and stable in your crescent. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, opens the torso to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more round. Maybe your front knee bends deeper. Returning center, right hand to right hip. Stretching up and over through the front of that left leg. Returning, hands bring the foot, kicking the right toes high, three-legged dog. Choosing to flow however you like, or pause. Eventually, we all meet in down dog for 3 rounds of breath. Your next inhale lifts the heels, bends through the knees as you look forward. Exhale brings you to the top of your mat. Feet are about hip distance apart. Maybe you grab for elbows for a little bit of ragdoll. Knees are bent as much or as little as you like. Releasing your grip, inhale, hands come to shins, lifting halfway up. Length through the back of the neck. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees deeply, tucking the tailbone as you stack the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, mountain pose. Wig it out, shake it out, grab a sip of water. Then we'll return, meeting at the top of our mats. Nice and sweaty out here in the bright sun. Almost like I'm standing under one of the heaters at the studio. I know it's not hot yoga, obviously, but it feels like it today. As you arrive in mountain, check in with your feet. Take a peek down, making sure one foot's not inched forward or back of the other. But ideally, there's a straight line, at least across the big toes. I know everybody's toes are weird. Sometimes toes are different lengths. My toes are pretty short and stubby. As you settle here, maybe you rock gently forward and back, feeling the weight distributing across those feet. Then coming to the central point, that center of gravity for your mountain pose, feet equally weighted, shoulders stacked over hips, core engages, closing the rib cage, helping the shoulders stack over hips. Then we're stacked over knees and ankles. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center as we sit on our chair. Hips sinking down and back. Shoulders reaching back as if they could touch the chair behind you. Maybe the hips sink slightly lower. Holding in the strength of your chair for 5, 4, 3, weight is in the heels, 2, and 1. Inhale, lifts the heels. Exhale, lower. For 4, 3, pressing the ball of the foot into the mat. 2, quads might be burning. 1, lowering the heels, releasing, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, plant the hand, steps it back, high plank. Hovering and holding, finding a flow. Eventually, we all meet in down dog. Pausing here for 3 breaths. Inhale, lifts your right toes high. Exhale, steps the right foot through. Back heel spins down. Hips still squaring to the short edge of the mat. Warrior 1. Hands can reach high. Remembering that option to be the hands, making space for the shoulders. Swinging your left elbow under your right. Maybe you wrap at the hands. Maybe you grab for shoulders. For eagle arms in our warrior. Inhale, opens the elbows to the ceiling. Returning neutral as we spill it forward. Humble warrior with eagle arm. Keeping the front knee nice and bent. Inhale, rides the breath up. From your warrior, stepping the left foot to meet the right, chair pose. Lifting the left toes, bringing the left knee up and around. Maybe the toes hook. Eagle. Maybe you kick save your toes. Sinking down. Shoulders pressing down as well. Maybe you play with your balance here. Exhales, bow your eagle. Inhales, rise. Wherever you've chosen, we've got 3 more rounds of breath. Maybe you just hold in stillness. Maybe you continue bowing your eagle. Your next inhale unravels the legs, unravels the arms, dives it forward. Warrior 3. Woo. Maybe you've got a block to help you find stability. Maybe hands come to the quad. Big toe and kneecap of back leg face the mat. Hands could come to heart center. And settling that foot back down, warrior 1. Exhale, frames that foot, kicks the right toes high. Then swinging that right knee forward, settling it to the mat. Pigeon pose on the right side. Stretching out that glute. You did a lot of weight shifting here. Maybe you pop a block or a prop under a booty cheek. Maybe that shin bone shimmies forward as the hips stay square. When you're ready, surrender over. Sleeping pigeon. Walking your hands up to the palms, tucking the back toes, and stepping it back to down dog. Maybe you choose to flow, resetting the body. Your next inhale, lift the heels, bend to the knees, looking forward. Exhale, brings you to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Sway it out, shake it out. As you know, we have 2 sides. So we'll be shifting right back into mountain as you're ready. Finding that stable, equal footing. Then inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart, chair pose. Sinking the hips down and back. Feeling strong, knowing you can hold this chair for 5 rounds of breath. 4, shoulders back. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift the heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Try to lower the heels slowly on this last one and then release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plants the hands, steps it back, high plank. Finding a flow, pausing wherever you need. Making our way back to down dog. Inhale, lift your left toes high. Exhale, step your left foot through. Back heel comes down. Warrior one on your second side. Finding the position first, feeling shoulders squaring over hips. Rotating toward that short edge of the mat. If you need to pop up on those back toes, feel free. Swinging your right arm under your left, maybe wrapping at the hands or grabbing for shoulders. Inhale, exalt your warrior. Elbows to the ceiling or sky. Inhale, brings you back up. Exhale, spills you forward. Humble warrior on your second side. Inhale, rise the breath back up. Stepping the right foot to meet the left. Chair pose. Arms are still in eagle or hugging the shoulders. Weight shift to the left foot. Right toes become light. Knee reaches up and around. Maybe your toes hook. Maybe they don't. Maybe you kickstand. Sinking strong into that chair. Maybe you bow your eagle. Slow and steady here if you choose that option. Finding about 3 or so more breaths wherever you've chosen to hang out in your eagle. And unraveling the foot, unraveling the arms, diving in to warrior three. You can keep those airplane arms. Hands can come to the quad or heart center. Big toe and kneecap of floating leg face mat. Then setting those toes down. Warrior one. Exhale, frames the front foot. Left toe kick high. Left knee comes behind the left wrist. Pigeon pose on your second side. Whew. As you get settled into your version of pigeon, remembering props are always a great option, you can surrender, finding sleeping pigeon. Making your way up, pressing through the palms, tucking through the back toes, stepping it back, down dog. Feeling free to find a flow if you'd like. Just simply hold in the strength and support of your down dog. Your next inhale lifts the heels, bends to the knees as you look forward. Exhale brings you to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Pausing, closing your eyes, scanning the body, returning to your intention. And releasing the hands, step it out, sway it out, grab some water if you need. Setting up for one more balancing posture here. Noticing first the stability of 2 points. Feeling both feet pressing down equally. Hands come to heart center. Weight shifts to that left foot. Maybe you stay with the toes on the ground. And the right knee reaches up. Pausing here. Feeling shoulders staying stacked over hips, resisting the urge to lean back to counterweight the leg. We open the knee as we inhale. Exhale, close it. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg stays in the center. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, twist toward that right leg. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Maybe the gaze is over the right fingertips. And dancing Shiva. If you'd like to extend the leg and reach for the blade edge or big toe, feel free. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, release it. Stepping it out. Shake out that standing leg as we prepare for our second side. Starting with 2 feet. Strong and stable. Weight shifts to the right foot. Hands are at heart center. Left knee hovers. As if you're stepping up on a big step or a step stool. Hips are still relatively straight though, so we're not hiking from the bottom. We're lifting to the hip crease. Inhale, opens. Exhale, closes. Inhale. Exhale. For 3, 2, 1. Knee stays forward. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Dancing Shiva on your second side. Finding whatever variation your body prefers. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, release it. Shake that standing foot out. Then we'll inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plants the hand, steps it back, down dog. If you're hankering for one final flow, feel free. Otherwise, we'll eventually all meet in child's pose. Pausing, reconnecting. And as you're ready, walking yourself up, coming to the feet, legs swing around, transitioning to our spine. Feeling free to grab a sip of water on the way down. You can transition feet planted on the mat, maybe catching behind the thighs as you guide the torso to the mat. As you arrive there, hug the knees to the chest. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. As we set up for one more round of core, we did eagle standing. So now we take eagle wrapped out. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see kind of the way the action works here. So as we set up, let's set our legs up first. We'll start with our right leg wrapping around. Maybe you can hook your toes, maybe not. And then the toes reach to the mat. Right elbow swings under left. Fingers reach behind you. Inhaling here. Exhale, rounds and crunches, elbows to knees. And extend. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwrapping the arms, bring them out to shape. Figure 4 your right ankle across your left knee. And drop your knees to the right. Getting a little bit of a twist and release on the belly. Option to press that left foot forward. Opening up to the hip flexor and quad of the left leg. Inhale, bring to center. Right foot finds the mat. Wiggle it out, shake it out, do what you need. As we set up for our second side, this time knees cover. The left leg wraps around the right. Toes reach to the mat. Left arm swings under right. Grabbing at elbows or hands. Fingers reach behind, and we've got 8 more on this side. Exhale, bring to elbows to knees. Inhale, stretch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms unravel. Left ankle figure 4s, knees drop to the left. Finding that belly twist, internal rotation, stretch. Then coming center, 2 feet to the mat. Feel free to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Hug the knees in when you're ready. Maybe that gentle rock again. And letting the knees drop to your left side. Now taking a nice deep, or as deep as you'd like, spinal twist. Knees can stay stacked. Top leg could stretch out. If you'd like, you could even eagle wrap the legs here. And unraveling any grips you've taken, coming center, and then dropping to your second side. Knees can stay flat. Test it out. Sometimes each side doesn't like the same thing. Maybe the top leg stretches long. Maybe that top leg wraps around the bottom for a little bit of an eagle wrap. As you feel evened out, feel free to find any other postures your body might crave you. If you're hankering for a bridge pose or a shoulder stand, if that's in your practice, feel free. Option also to take that slightly more restorative inversion of waterfall or tiger with the legs straight up the ceiling. Up to the ceiling, not up on the ceiling. Finding those final postures for about a minute or so with the goal of being able to find full surrender into your Shavasana on your mat. As you begin to decide where to Shavasana, listen to what your body needs here. Maybe you take it in that traditional arms and legs splayed wide with the palms up. If your low back is talking to you today, maybe you plant your feet on the edges of your mat and let your knees knock in, reducing tension in the low back. If you'd like to Shavasana in a slight hip opener, you're welcome to settle into reclined goddess. If there's a wall handy, legs up the wall is always a lovely way to end class, finding stillness in your Shavasana. As you begin to settle, maybe squeeze all your muscles a little bit tense. Hold for a breath. Exhale, let it go. Let everything drop to the mat. Inhale, squeezes, tenses through the muscles. Exhale, release. Inhale, engage. Exhale, release. Noticing how the muscles let go into the mat. Giving the body time to restore and recover from the muscle engagement throughout class. Perhaps the mind returns to your intention. I'm strong. I can. Or I am powerful. Perhaps repeating one or all of those mantras in your mind as you surrender into the mat. The mind begins to wander to whatever that to-do list is for the day. Call it back with the breath. Giving the mind space and time to settle and relax. Using your yoga practice to balance the exertion. Often our minds are always rolling, always percolating on something. And sometimes that leads to exhaustion, even when you maybe have not been as physically active as you normally are. The yoga practice helps us bring balance to that. Nurturing that mind-body connection as we exert energy and find energy through our physical practice, as it works in tandem with the mental practice. Giving the mind permission to slow down and reconnect with the body through movement. Feeling free to, of course, Shavasana as long as you like. That is one of the benefits of practicing at home. You can Shavasana, or maybe it accidentally shifts into a nap. Taking a nice deep inhale, filling the front side of the body. Exhale, sighs the breath out. As you invite conscious, intuitive movement back into the body. Just letting the body move where it sees fit and how. That might just be wiggles the fingers and toes. Or maybe it's already ready to take a full body stretch, fingers away from toes. As you move and waken the body from the rest of your Shavasana. As you're ready, you can roll to your favorite side, or if you prefer, maybe stay on your back, planting the feet on the mat, or hugging the knees in tight. Taking these final moments to allow the strength of your physical practice to settle into the body and support the mind. As you're ready, you can gently guide yourself up to a comfortable seat. Eyes are closed or downcast. Inhale, arms reach high, palms meeting at the top. Exhale, hands pause at your third eye as you seek openness of mind. Stay rest at your lips so that you find honest words and they settle at your heart as you arrive at a happy heart. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide for your practice. Namaste.